This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we are in Thornton, Colorado. I am here with Fusion Cleaning. Since 2015, they have provided a clean, safe, professional floor cleaning services for your home and your business. I'm here with Scott, who is the owner. Thanks so much for joining us here today. And let's start off a little bit about yourself, Scott. Share with me a little bit how it is you got involved in this industry.
Sure. Well, a number of years ago, I was trying to get a service company to help me out with some of my needs. And quite honestly, I had a hard time finding a good, professional, honest company that would call me back, that would actually show up and not change the price, and all these stories that you hear. And I was having a problem. I thought, I've been an entrepreneur for many years. Maybe I should give this a shot, because I think if I provided really good customer service, I think we could stand out and do a really great job with business.
A great job with integrity. That's fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about what you do, the work you provide. I mean, let's face it, our floors are the most used, actually overused surface in our entire home. I mean, here in Colorado, they see everything from snow, hail, sleet, mud, you name it. I would imagine it's probably pretty challenging for people to keep that area clean.
Well, it sure is. And I think just because we have seasons here in Colorado, a lot of things are coming into the house, whether that's snow and dirt and grime over the winter, spring, summer season. So yeah, I think maintenance is the key, and to stay on top of it, to get those areas cleaned regularly would be the key to have a safe, healthy home.
Excellent. I mean, I do a lot of warning out there to consumers, letting them know to always go with a professional. I mean, in this industry particularly, why is it important that the consumers do their due diligence when we're talking about an industry where a guy can pretty much rent a cleaner down the street, put a Craigslist ad in, and before you know it, he's in your home?
That's very true, actually. There is low integrity in my industry sometimes, and so the key for people to really know is do a little bit of research, make sure that these people are qualified. And like you said, anybody can rent a small little unit as long as you agree to the price, show up and completely surprise you. And I've heard many, many stories of companies disappearing, not calling you back. So it is critical to make sure you pick a good, reputable company that backs their services.
That is wonderful. Speaking of yourself, I mean, what's kept you at the top of the list as a professional in this industry for many years now? It's got to be education. I mean, training. Your team is basically educated, trained. That says quite a bit in an industry where certification is not even required.
You're exactly right. So education is key. So if you're going to have someone in your home and you're going to trust them, you want to know they know what they're doing, right? They're not going to mess up your home. They're not going to damage your home. And so there definitely is a trust level there that is built through education. And can they explain the process to you logically and that makes sense to you so that you can go in and trust them in their service?
That is excellent. We're talking about folks that are trained, yet at the same time, you're trained on quality equipment. We're talking about a system that has been proven. I mean, this is an industry where equipment does matter. Tell me what it is you use.
Sure. So there's really two main types, but we mostly use hot water extraction. Sometimes we use a lower moisture method, but it really depends on the situation and the severity of the carpets and what we're cleaning. So we try and pick the right system for the job, and we definitely do have modern equipment. It is not cheap to outfit a van like this. It's over $80,000. So we do have really good equipment, which does a really good job.
I mean, this is one of the areas where the amateurs can cut some serious corners. I mean, I've seen guys out there, they're going down renting the same thing I could rent at the shopping center and then coming in your house. I would imagine the results are pretty staggering that you've seen somebody who's maybe gone in and tried to do it that way compared to a professional system.
Well, that's very true. There have been a number of times when we've come in to try and fix a bad situation. So someone maybe tried to do it on their own or had a different company that didn't do a good job. So yeah, actually the equipment and the system actually usually outperforms most any other out there.
That is interesting. I mean, you're all trained up, you're certified, you've got a great system you're working with, but yet at the end of the day, what really brings the reviews in for your company is the customer service. I mean, this is something you've done over 15 years. You have experience in customer service as an entrepreneur. Is that an aspect that you pride yourself on?
Well, absolutely. I think customer service is key, and it's what can set you apart from other companies. And so I feel like I actually tell people we happen to be a customer service company that happens to clean carpets. And so when you approach it from that angle, you know you're going to take care of people really, really well, and our reviews kind of back that. Obviously, we want to do a really good job with the service that people are getting, but to really stand out, we have really good communication that sets us apart.
Let me ask you this, Scott. Like I said, you took over a company here 5 years ago, but you've been involved in customer service for 15 plus years. At the end of the day, like you said, you happen to do cleaning, but really this is about people. Is that something that pretty much is the cornerstone of what you provide?
Well, I think it is. And, we're not guaranteed another day. Not to be fatalistic or depressing, but 2020 has kind of shown us, life can be fragile, right? I personally have gone through cancer. I'm a cancer survivor of 10 years. And so I'm very excited about that. And I don't take things for granted. And so this business has become more of how can I help people? Not only make things look great, but how can we be there to help in a special way? And in fact, we're doing a campaign called Back on Your Feet. And we're actually helping a cancer survivor who's just gone through treatments. And we're going to go into their home and completely clean their home with all the services we offer and just really bless them, because I know how hard it is coming out of that. It's depressing. It's hard. It's hard on the family. You can't do things you normally would like to do on your own. So we'd like to come in and be that, that company that can really give them a little bit of boost. And in fact, we are also going to give them a cash gift. I think it's important to meet those specific needs, kind of right where they're at. So that's a little bit about our DNA, and we do care for people, and we make that important.
Those are the stories that I love to share out there. Basically, a company that has taken it beyond the transaction, taken it beyond the business, but really giving back in a way that you understand and you realize. It's just one of those things where your house feels good, it's clean, you feel good as well, and everyone's happy at the end of the day.
Right. And that's what kind of makes this exciting and brings it to life. I love getting in people's homes and meeting people and just seeing how I can best help and serve. And so that brings joy to me for running this business.
Excellent. And obviously one of the things that you can't learn in the classroom, get certified for, and that is experience. Is it important for you to put together a team that is experienced? Basically, probably no job out there you guys haven't seen, no stain, pretty much able to help anybody when it comes to questions on how to keep their floor clean.
Well, absolutely. I think everyone probably would understand that there are some things that do not come out, that are permanent. But there are some things that will come out if the person's educated and gives enough effort and has the right system. So when you put those three things together, I do train my people well, and they try and go above and beyond to make sure we're doing everything we can to make it look as great as it can.
That is excellent. Obviously, carpet is your expertise, but let's face it, half our homes anymore are covered in stone and tile. Mm-hmm. Tell me how you're able to help folks there when it comes to grout cleaning.
Sure. We do a growing amount of stone and tile cleaning in bathrooms, kitchens, all types of flooring situations. We just we put down a solution and have a really large machine, a floor machine that scrubs out those areas in the grout that are really challenging to get out. So when you put weight and stiff bristles and you grind that stuff out of there, kind of suspend it in solution, and then we rinse it out, and almost every time there's a dramatic difference.
That is amazing. I know from experience as a homeowner, that is not a do-it-yourself kind of job. It is a knee-breaking, labor-intensive. Explain to me, are people kind of surprised when they see their grout or their floor really get a facelift? Rather quickly, just with some grout cleaning.
Yeah. In fact, that's one of the most rewarding things, with this job. We get to go into homes and meet people and help them out in practical ways. And one way is to, brighten up their floor. And when people come in, I've got all kinds of stories, of expressions and, just amazed at, the results. And that brings, a lot of happiness to us, knowing that what we're doing really does matter. It's making a difference. People enjoy the service we offer.
Speaking of do-it-yourself, which I don't recommend for doing your own grout, like I said, it's very labor-intensive, but we see a lot of that in the carpet. cleaning for people. They're trying to save $1. They're shopping strictly on price. They go down to their local supermarket. They rent a machine. They're trying to do some good, but have you found that many times it's causing more harm than it is good when you're saturating your floors like that?
Right, yeah, and that's common that we come in, and if they do tell us what had happened with a smaller rental machine, usually they're leaving a lot of solution and water in the carpets. And what kind of sets this apart is it's a much larger system, much bigger vacuum, so you get all that stuff out of the carpet. And that's kind of the key. You certainly don't want to go through all this work and leave half the soil in there saturated in your carpet to dry when you really could extract and get everything out with this kind of system.
That is excellent. Obviously, you have services that can pretty much take care of anybody out there, be it their residential or their business. But like you say, you can take a very customized approach, use the machinery based on what their needs are. You've even done some carpet repair, carpet stretching, pet odor removal. These are all very niche areas that you're able to provide for folks to make sure that they get a customized job done.
Yeah, well, I found that after doing this a while, they really like what you've done in one area. They're wondering what else you do. So I get the question a lot, well, what else do you do? How else can I'm very happy. How else can you help me? So I kind of have branched off to do other areas that feed in well with carpets, and people like kind of going to one-stop shop where they can get a bunch of things done at one time.
Well, obviously, Fusion cleaning, quite a bit under one roof right there that you can do for them. In 2020, one thing that we did learn is, cleanliness is next to godliness, and obviously it's safe. Your home is safe. Is there any areas that you're able to help folks when it comes to even disinfecting while they're getting their house clean at the same time?
Sure. Yeah, so our process naturally sanitizes things, because anything that's above 130 degrees is going to be killed, any bacteria. So we're using a hot water system, so the floors that we're cleaning, the upholstery, the carpets, the tile, those things all get sanitized in the normal process. We do also have a separate sanitizing service we offer, kind of more of a wipe down on more of the high-touch areas, if you will, but the system we use is already addressing that, and it's become very popular now especially.
Let me ask you, Scott, in this day and age, more than any other time, people love being able to do business from the comfort of their own home. Mm-hmm. They love being able to communicate with you. Share with me how you've utilized technology to do that.
Sure. So what we've done with the website is put in quite a bit of time to actually show the services we do, but not only that, actually have videos of how they're done. So sometimes you go into websites and you read a paragraph that just says you should get this done. Well, I don't know how helpful that is. Show it to me, right? And so what we do is we take video, kind of go through step by step what's going to happen so that, you feel comfortable if we're going to come into your home. You know what's going to happen. There are no surprises. And then you can also, after seeing the videos, doing a little research, you can kind of see the review section. Hey, this is how great you're going to feel when you're done. You're going to be this happy. And in the bottom, we just do a quoting section. Because, if you're doing research, you want to know how much it's going to cost, right? So you fill in your information, you get a specific quote for you, and there's even a spot where you can go ahead and schedule. So we always take phone calls. We always take questions, not a problem. We can do on-site bids, no problem. But, if you're ready to go, you like what you see, and like buying something on Amazon, like, I'm ready, let's book it. And so I've tried to bring some of that convenience to the service industry, and that's how the website works.
That is fantastic. Big believer here of video. That's what started CNTV, so there's nothing like seeing it right in front of you unfold. I think that's a great aspect for the consumer. A lot of companies out there saying they're the best. They can come in and do the best job for you. Not every company out there has their customers who have a ton of reviews out there saying you are the best at what you do. I think that's important. At the end of the day, does that matter to you and really keep this rewarding for you to keep going in and out of the homes?
Well, absolutely. I think anybody can say we do a great job. Anybody can say we're better than that guy. Anybody can say that, but you got to prove it as a company. And so on our website, we have just a rolling reviews. So the most recent reviews are always there, and it's always updated and added. And so that keeps us accountable, which is good. And I think what I try and really impress upon our guys that work for me and the people we go into their homes, I just really impress that we have a pride of work. I think it's an art that's lost. and people quit on things too easy. And so it's important to me just to go that extra effort to say, we're going to make sure this is good as it can be done. We're not quitting and getting out to the next job. It's important for me to get that customer really satisfied as much as possible. So yeah, that's what we do.
That is excellent. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their contact information. Give them a call, set it up. They can come out and do an estimate for you. They can even give you an estimate right there over the phone or online as well. Like I say, we're basically talking about the experts when it comes to cleaning your carpet, your tile, your grout, but they do a lot of cleaning out there that we haven't even spoke of. We're talking about vinyl, upholstery. Maybe you have some pet issues out there as well. Check out their website. They can explain all the different services for you there. This is a company that basically he took over in 2015 with the idea to provide really a company that has integrity. They are going to come out and do what they say they did, and they're going to make sure you're happy at the end of the day. They love seeing those good reviews out there. They're appreciative of folks out there that they've been able to help. Once again, that's Fusion Cleaning, located right here in Thornton, Colorado, pretty much serving the surrounding areas. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.